Hello, everyone. This is Cindy. I would like to discuss with you another memoir that I have read that I think it is worth your taking the time to read as well. The name of the memoir is Hillbilly Elegy, Memoir of a Family and Culture in Crisis, and it is written by J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance grew up in the Appalachians, Jackson, Kentucky. And, I did some, kind of mild research because I knew I had heard of elegies, and even that leads to lament and lamentations. And I remembered the book of Lamentations in the Bible, and it's an expression of grief and sorrow. And an elegy is a lament for the dead. It's also a serious reflection. And I must say, J.D. Vance does a serious reflection on his life. After having gone through school, which, by the way, very highly intelligent person, even as a child he was, but he grew up in this hillbilly culture. Um, he went on to join the Marines, uh, which I highly admire, and then went to Yale Law School, and he graduated and became a lawyer. He Let's just talk about hillbillies for a second, because for some reason Arkansans have this reputation of being hillbillies, and it's always kind of bugged me. There may be a few of these people in different parts of the state, but for the most part, most Arkansans, uh, we are intelligent, successful people, but we have a different reputation. When I looked up the definition for the word hillbillies, it said poor whites, drug abuse, domestic abuse, a lot of single parent homes, and few jobs. So, you have this whole cultural thing, which is what he is stating when he says they were in a cultural crisis in Jackson, Kentucky. Um, I don't want to give away too much of this book, but it starts with his childhood, and it goes through his life. And I guess, other than J.D. Vance himself, the person I admire most in this book is his grandmother, whom he called Mama. She was a tough woman, but she was a woman who loved her children, loved her grandchildren, and she was, I believe, in my sense of all of this, she was his support system who helped him become what he became. Um, so I wrote down, kind of, after all of my reading, what I thought a theme for this book would be. And I believe basically he's sending out the message that people can control their lives as opposed to being victims. And I really believe that. We do not have to accept being a victim in our lives. We can control a lot of things. This story, this memoir, is available amazingly in 3 different ways. Of course, we've got the printed book. There is also the Audible version, which I've expressed to y'all before. I love to listen to the story being read to me through a Bluetooth or whatever, but J.D. Vance is the one who actually narrates the story that he has written. And then Netflix recently came out with a movie for Hillbilly Elegy. And I've got to say, I mentioned to you my favorite character, other than J.D. Vance, is his grandmother, Mama. And she's a tough woman, and she is played by Glenn Close. I had trouble believing that this character in the movie was actually Glenn Close, because the attractive, beautiful woman I've always known Glenn Close to be, they had done a different job on her, and she was not that attractive, beautiful, sexy woman. She was the old grandma, but she was stout and strong, and I believe helped J.D. Vance become what he became. I encourage you to read it, listen to it, and if nothing else, just watch the movie on Netflix or do all three as I have done. I really think you will enjoy.